Hi guys, Colleen from Walking the Wisdom Path here. You might be wondering what happened to my Christmas movie list. Well, I found it quite hard to rank them just with the cauldrons, with only 5 cauldrons. So what I have done, I have actually changed for the only the Christmas. I still rank my books with cauldrons. For the Christmas movie list, I changed my way that I prioritize and rank them. So I've been rewatching them all to do my new ranking system. So my new rating system is my husband's suggestion is to write down all the things that I think should be in a Christmas movie, and then give them candy cane points. So as my husband said, when I do a list, I really do a list because that's one page of the list, and the list actually has a second page. So these are all the things I think should go in a Christmas movie. Now I will say that sometimes my favourite Christmas movies don't have some of these in, so I will say this is where it ranks on the list. But in my heart, this is number one because my number one movie of Christmas of all time, what I watch every year, doesn't have a lot of these things in it, but I still adore it. And I've written things down like Christmas market, Christmas angel, Christmas candles, Christmas clothing, Christmas colours, decorations, Christmas festival, Christmas lights, whether there's a Christmas tree lighting, whether people are baking cookies, whether they're making gingerbread houses, all those sorts of things. So they get a candy cane rating. So that's how I have done it. I have watched a couple of others that I haven't told you about, so I'm going to tell you about that here in this one. And then I'll just read the candy cane ratings for the ones that I have done and then tell you sort of where they fit on the list. So far I've watched 9 Christmas movies, and there are one, two, three that I have not told you about. So the first one I haven't told you about is called Christmas Land, and that's starring Nikki DeLoach and Jules and Luke as Jules and Luke McFarlane as Tucker. And Maureen McCormick, if you don't know who she is, if you watched the Brady Bunch when you were younger, I did. She played Marcia in the Brady Bunch, and she's in it as Grandma Glinda. Now, the story starts with the magical and festive openings. Grandma Glinda helps the children, including her granddaughter Jules, make Christmas decorations before heading off to the town's Christmas tree lighting ceremony in a sleigh. Now, Grandma Glinda has created Christmas Land, which is a whimsical place for everybody to enjoy the holiday spirit. Then we go forward 25 years, and Jewel, who is now a successful marketing expert in New York, is promoted to vice president. However, her life takes a turn when she inherits Christmas Land and the accompanying tree farm from her late grandmother, Glinda. Jules, who has a lawyer boyfriend in New York, goes to Christmas Land to work out how to sell it. But Tucker, who is the estate lawyer for Christmas Land, he has told everybody in the village of Christmas Land that Jules would be reopening it and starting to run it again. So he spread that rumor. And when the townsfolk find out that Jules is not reopening Christmas Land, that she intends to sell it, they're very disappointed. Now, Tucker apologizes for spreading this rumor, and he prepares to finalise the sale. But he explains that Grandma Glinda had repeatedly refused a lot of money to sell Christmas Land, and that in her spirit, Jules should reconsider. So Jules says, well, what she will do is open it one last time so everybody can have one last Christmas Land, and also she thinks that's good marketing, so she'll probably be able to sell it for more. But of course, she starts to fall in love with Christmas Land and the townspeople, and romance between Tucker and Jules comes, and Jules falls in love with Christmas. Now, the opening scene, this is my opinion now. The opening scene sets a wonderfully festive tone, immersing viewers in the charm of Christmas and Jules' inner conflict between her career and her sentimental ties to Christmas Land is a really good heartfelt storyline. Tucker's role as a gentle challenger adds emotional depth, and a little girl who begs Jules to open Christmas Land, which is why she reconsiders. This is lovely and helps with the heartfeltness, and heartfelt is one of the things on my list of the movie. And the movie, I think, successfully balances nostalgia, community values, the all the Christmassy stuff. It had so much Christmassy stuff in it. You'll love it. And it was really good because Jules got that conversion. And in my movies, I do like a bit of a Christmas conversion from the person that doesn't like it to the person that loves it. And that got 67 candy cane points. And the next one I watched was called A Glenbrook Christmas, and that stars Autumn Risa as Jessica and Antonio Cupo as Kyle. Now, Jessica Morgan is a wealthy heiress and is set to take over the family's new business. And she travels to Glenbrook for a meaningful and low key sort of Christmas. She wants to remain incognito, so she uses the alias Jessica Emerson instead of, being Jessica Morgan, and rents her late mother's former home because that's why she went to Glenbrook because her parents, lived there and she lived there with her parents when she was small. And in the town, she meets Carl Buchanan, who's a fire chief, and he harbors a strong prejudice against wealthy people. Now, despite initial clashes, the two grow closer as Jessica immerses herself in, all the Christmas book festivals and traditions, including the belief that the magical Christmas Eve church bells grant wishes when they ring. But then Jessica discovers that the church bells won't be ringing this year because they're in need of expensive repairs. Now, she organises a community fundraiser rather than paying for it herself, hope, hoping to preserve, her incognito status as well as the town's values. Now, as their bonds deepen, Jessica is hiding her identity from Kyle. He obviously eventually finds out and feels betrayed and, doesn't like that she's wealthy. However, Kyle later reconsiders and understands that maybe it was hard for Jessica to say anything when he's always got this prejudice against wealthy people and she's a wealthy person. Autumn Risa, I love watching Autumn Risa in Christmas movies. I think she really shines and is really pleasant to watch. And she brings warmth and charm to Jessica. Her dynamic with Antonio Cupo offers some light-hearted banter and fun, though I think the chemistry felt a bit one-sided. I thought it was more like Autumn Risa did really great chemistry, where Antonio Cupo, was a little bit lackluster. The festive things are great because there was like tree lighting, caroling, sitting on Santa's lap, all of that stuff. So that's great. I like that in my Christmas movies. And while the storyline is sweet and engaging, Kyle's blanket assumption that wealthy people lack sincerity feels very judgmental and slightly undermines his character, especially given his own relatively comfortable life. I didn't see him looking too poor, quite frankly. Overall, the film offers an enjoyable blend of romance, humour, and holiday spirit, but the love story doesn't fully ignite, in my opinion. But I gave it 65 candy cane points. Now, the last one I watched was called The Heiress of Christmas. This starred Katrina Maria as Lauren and David Pinard as Aidan. Now, Lauren is a spoiled heiress and a granddaughter of the owner of a large retail department store called Hamptons, and she's forced to work as a shop assistant to secure her inheritance. Now, initially, she's dismissive of her tasks and she struggles with Christmas related duties such as building gingerbread houses and delivering gifts. And her lack of effort causes friction with Aidan, who is the store manager. Now, over time, obviously, Lauren's attitude improves and Aidan begins to warm to her as they work together. And the story's festive atmosphere, community outreach through gift delivery, and holiday traditions helps soften Lauren's character a bit and leads to personal growth and a connection between her and Aidan, a romance. Now, my opinion is it was pleasant, but it's not really my sort of Christmas movie. The romance felt very lackluster. The chemistry between Lauren and Aidan is very minimal, and their characters aren't very compelling to me. I didn't like these characters very much. However, the movie does have heartfelt moments, and it was nice for delivering gifts to people, at their houses. But I thought it did have a strong supporting cast, so that's mostly what some of the points went to, and all the Christmassy stuff in it. So Nadine Whiteman played Frida and Rutherford Gray played Danny, and they brought humour and sweetness to their roles, and they made the subplot more engaging. And it was actually I like the subplot better than the main story. While the movie wasn't entirely to my taste, it was very Christmassy and had decorations and things, so I gave it 47 candy cane points. So now to the list. So from 9 upwards. So at 9, we have A Christmas Secret that got 44 candy cane points. At 8, we have The Heiress of Christmas that got 47 candy cane points. At 7, we have A Fabled Holiday that got 53 candy cane points. At 6, we have Christmas Island that got 55 candy cane points. At 4, we have A Magical Christmas Village that got 57 candy cane. Oh, sorry. At 5, we have Christmas Plus One that got 56 candy cane points. At 4 we have A Magical Christmas Village that got 57 candy cane points. At 3, A Glenbrook Christmas with 65 candy cane points. At 2, A Cookie Cutter Christmas with 66 candy cane points. And number 1 so far that we've watched is Christmasland with 67 candy cane points. Well, I just wanted to tell you what was happening. I hope you have a glorious day and do whatever resonates within your soul. Bye now.